Deadpool Batman, the first Marvel and DC crossover since like the early 2000s with Justice League Avengers. So this is a big deal. It's been 25 years since these two companies have decided to have their characters crossing over, have these two universes be one of the same. And the thing is, like, the way these crossovers normally work is, and it's no exception here, which is Marvel will do one and DC will do a version of a whatever that crossover would be. In this case, a Batman Deadpool crossover. This is the Marvel one, and the Deadpool one will come out in November. Here's the thing: I thought I was going to talk about this a couple weeks ago when I thought this was going to hit digitally, but apparently this was in stores. It was a go to the comic book shop exclusive, so it took me 2 weeks to get a copy. I got it, I read it, and I had fun. I had a real chunk of fun with this. I mean, the main event story, and maybe we'll see how the DC version is, but the story of this, it's fine. It's a fun story. I mean, the idea of it's been a couple of weeks, so I'll spoil it a little bit further. Which is Deadpool is hired by the Joker to find Batman and hunt him down. First step he thinks to do is go to Wayne Manor because of all the toys and all the weaponry, but the moment the back signal shows up, Deadpool's like, okay, on to the back signal, go to the GCPD, because that's clearly where Batman will be there. There's a little bit of humor, there's a little bit of like piss taking that Deadpool does. I mean, he is kind of fit as a villain in this versus like, two heroes who don't really work well together. Maybe they fight, and then there's a common threat, or not a common threat, but there's a common. They stop the villain together. This one is essentially Deadpool is a villain. This is kind of here's a Batman story with Deadpool in it versus these two characters teaming up. There's a bit of a fight going on, but Joker's plan in this is a little bit like, okay, so Joker has a two-plan idea. One is hires Deadpool to kill Batman because he's like, oh, Betsy, it's been all fun and games, but it's time for us to have one last dance, shall we? And by doing that is with Deadpool. I like the idea that even Joker finds Deadpool annoying, because it's like, how the hell is that possible? Yeah, like, even with like a little joke here and there, like, this is mindset that let me read a little bit of the dialogue here. Finally, after all this time, the Joker gets the last laugh. I like how you work your name in there. Do not step on my lines. I am getting tired of telling you. I got it. You're doing great. Oh, shut up. So, clearly, even, like, it's the funny thing, right? It's like, you're thinking, well, Joker be on people's nerves? Like, he's always laughing and cackling and making jokes and bad puns and all that. You think he'll get along with Deadpool? No, he does not. He finds Deadpool absolutely annoying. And I can't believe Deadpool falls for the buzzer thing. But of course he falls for the buzzer. And all that. But anyway. But yeah, it's a neat story. It's okay. It's not like, if you're like, oh, I can't wait to see the ultimate Batman Deadpool team up thing, or them, them two on the same comic together. I don't think this is the story that's going to make you go lose your minds, really. But it's neat. I like it. I think it's a neat little story. Deadpool taking the piss of Batman, the concept of Robins and the Bat Signal and all the goofy aspects to dealing with Batman. I thought it was neat. I thought it was actually really well put together. Then we got all these other stories. We got all these other little stories with other characters, other Marvel characters meeting DC characters as well. I will go with my least favorites first. Logo, which is a amalgamation story, which is only a couple of pages. That one I wasn't much of a fan of. I don't know, the idea of like Darklaw and Doctor Doomsday and Doctor Strange's Fate and all that. I that's the stuff I go, ugh, the gimmick. And a gimmick is fine. Like a gimmick is absolutely fine. The story is simply called Enter Lobo. And Logo, and it's a merge of Wolverine and Lobo, and I'm not a big fan of Lobo to begin with, so it makes give me a sense of dread on that. But I just couldn't wrap my head around this sort of merge. I guess some people think it's cool to see Lobo with the Wolverine haircut and all that, but and also for me, I'm like, it's just Lobo with Wolverine's haircut. It's nothing that epic or one step towards his character really, and make it quite unique than what they normally are. So for me, I wasn't much fan of that. You got the Old Man Logan and the Batman Dark Knight Returns crossover called Showdown, which is written and art by Frank Miller. Which this one I was like, so they fight for a couple panels, they talk shit to each other, and then Batman wins. And Wolverine's like, next time, bub. And then the story ends. Okay, nothing more. Like, there's like another one of, like, there's the Daredevil Green Arrow one, which is a massive fight, but there's more to it. There's a little bit more bouncing on their personalities a little bit more better. But I'll talk about that later. You got the Rocket Raccoon Green Lantern crossover called Rocket Raccoon Has a Green Lantern Wing, which is a 2-pager, which is quite fun, with the concept of that the Green Lantern Corps and the Guardians of the Galaxy are about to do a trade, and they thought, hey, Hal Jordan, why don't you join the Guardians of the Galaxy, and why don't Rocket Raccoon become a Green Lantern? On paper, that sounds kind of cool. I mean, hell, he's even Chip. He's Chip in a way, who's like a squirrel who's a Green Lantern. But he's just breaking every rule. Like he shot. It's like he shoots the Nestro. He gambles here. He gambles there. You got the Guardians. The Guardians of the Green Lantern Corps going, Rocket, no, that's not, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that, sir. Rocket, and they go, oh god, this is not working. This is not working well. This is not working well at all. Hey Nova, I think we need to trade back, and then I love the line is, Nova's like, so guys, what's a parallax? I'm like, oh, Hal Jordan has become parallax. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, you're a bit swooned. And that, so that's that one was just a little bit of fun, a little bit of humor I quite enjoyed. As I mentioned, there's the Daredevil Green Arrow one, which is written by Kevin Smith, which is called The Red and the Green, where the Daredevil is fighting the League of Shadows, and Green Arrow is fighting the Hand. So basically you have two ninja groups from each other ends of the, League of Shadows is part of the Last Cycle, so DC. Daredevil fighting those people. Green Arrow is fighting Daredevil's Ninja Clan with the Hand. And you get, it is one big fight scene. But you get the banter between these two characters a little bit more fluid, a little bit more generic. I mean, look, if anyone can do fucking banter, it's Kevin Smith, let's be honest. But there's this nice little ping pong aspect to it that I quite enjoyed. in it. I I I, I thought, hey, this is neat. For like, hey, a big owl, a big giant action sequence. I thought it was kind of neat as well. Um, then you got a cute one. This one's cute, which is Jeff the Land Shark and Crypto, which is simply called Catch, written by Kelly Thompson. And I'll show you the art here. This is a really cute art here. There we go. It's just, it's adorable. It's Crypto, and Crypto is a friend, and it's Jeff, and they're playing, like, they're playing volleyball across the world, and doing all fancy ways to do it. Like Crypto using his heat vision to bounce the ball off the pirate's ship and all that. Like it's fun. It's cute. It's not much dialogue. It is basically heavy on visual storytelling. Unless you want to hear bonk all the time, or woof, or if you want to make animal sound effects. There's only one line, which is, Crypto, come home, boy, dinner, which is Supergirl saying that. And my guess, Kate Bishop is the one who's, has, say, Jeff, come home, dinner's ready. But I just find it cute and adorable. They're touching paws! Look, they're touching paws. Crypto and Jeff is touching paws. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? Yeah, that's just, I'm crying because of it. Anyway, but that one's kind of cool. But personally, I find, and I'm looking at this art, and it's absolutely beautiful. Probably the best art in the book. The worst one, sadly, is the Frank Miller one. Is the Old Man Logan Dark Knight Returns one. But this one is called, what is it called? The Gun and the Sword, which is by Chip Zdarsky. And this one is the Captain America Wonder Woman crossover. This one I quite like. I think this is my favorite one because it's just... So during World War II, Wonder Woman is going through like a no man's land situation. She enters into a bunker and finds Captain America at said bunker pointing a gun at Hitler. And it's basically Wonder Woman trying to stop Captain America, Steve Rogers, from shooting Hitler. And Cap is like, do you understand all the shit he has done? Like, do you understand? Do you understand? And she's like, yeah, I do understand. I completely understand why you feel this way. I understand why you, I understand why you feel this way. I understand why you're angry and you want to end this guy once and all, but there's due process. You let the courts decide. Let the courts make their decision. And it kind of builds on their friendship. Like, I heard about, like, Wonder Woman and Steve Rogers and this having a relationship, which, I'm not for. Like, this is, like, I wouldn't lie, like, if any of this is, like, test ones, like, who gets the next big crossover, apparently the next crossover will be a Superman and Spider-Man one, but if there's ever going to be, like, here's 64 pages of a story featuring Wonder Woman and Captain America, I actually would totally pick it up, and definitely if it's written by Chip Zdarsky, because it just feels a white pairing. It just feels a really, like, fitting pairing with these two characters. But it's a friendship. It's a style of friendship. That's how it starts, this friendship between an Amazon and a soldier. I would lie, it's kind of weird seeing, like, DC characters in, like, Marvel events and Marvel characters and DC events. Like, Captain America, Hulk, and Storm at Crisis, when Supergirl dies in Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's kind of weird to see those moments. It's like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Or Wonder Woman, where we go? Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and I think also that's supposed to be Starfire, helping the Fantastic Four to stop Galactus, or Superman and Wonder Woman and Superman being at the defrosting of firing Captain America in the ice. Like, it is interesting seeing those events, but with those characters. But I just really enjoy these two characters forming together. Once again, the art, absolutely beautiful. Look at the lines, look at the coloring. It's absolutely beautiful. In this, I think and like at the end, I want to say I got choked up. I was like, I'm getting like the feels. Honestly, I really need a Wonder Woman Captain America crossover book that's specifically just them. Just simply just those characters. Because I think there's a lot you can explore here, and maybe there's a romantic side of things. But anyway. So hopefully, anyway, if you have read this, and of course here's the ad for the DC version of it, Batman Deadpool, way over there. If you have read it, let me know your thoughts. Comment below.